Welcome back to the channel, and get ready, because what went down on tonight's episode of SmackDown is going to shake the foundation of WWE for a long time. What began as a night that seemed like business as usual for the Bloodline took a shocking, brutal turn that nobody saw coming. Jacob Fatu, one of the most feared, dominant, and loyal warriors of the family legacy, walked into the ring expecting to continue his rise to power. He believed the Bloodline was united behind him and that loyalty still meant something to the Samoan dynasty. But as always in this ruthless business, trust is a dangerous weapon, and tonight, Jacob Fatu was blindsided by betrayal so cold that it sent shockwaves across the entire WWE universe. Earlier in the night, Jacob competed in a hard-hitting, intense match that showcased his relentless power, devastating speed, and monstrous ring presence. He fought like a man with a mission, a man who believed he had the full weight of his bloodline behind him. The crowd respected the brutality he brought to every move and the way he dominated his opponent with the presence of a true main event player. When he secured the victory, he raised his hand in triumph, believing the moment marked another step toward restoring honor, dominance, and fear to the Bloodline legacy that had seemed fractured since Roman Reigns stepped away from WWE after losing his undisputed championship. But little did Jacob know, the celebration he expected was a trap carefully laid by the man now determined to seize control of the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa. The arena erupted when Solo Sikoa's theme hit. Fans thought it was a moment of unity, maybe even a public endorsement of Jacob by the new self-proclaimed head of the Bloodline. With him came Tama Tonga and Tanga Loa, the Gorillas of Destiny, two of the most dangerous Samoan warriors ever to step into a wrestling ring. Together, they entered slowly, surrounding Jacob Fatu, like wolves closing in on their prey. At first glance, it looked like they had come to acknowledge him, maybe even welcome him as an important piece of the new era of the Bloodline. But wrestling fans know, when Solo Sikoa walks into the ring with that cold, dead stare in his eyes, it never means anything good. Jacob Fatu looked confused but calm, waiting for Solo to speak, to make a declaration, to show leadership with words. But Solo Sikoa has no need for speeches. He leads with violence, and tonight, he made that brutally clear. Without warning, he struck like lightning. The crowd gasped as Solo drove his thumb into Jacob's throat with a vicious Samoan spike, a lethal attack that has become his signature method of domination. The sound of impact echoed through the arena as Jacob dropped to his knees, clutching his throat in agony and disbelief. He looked up at Solo not with anger, but with betrayal, like a warrior who had just been stabbed in the back by his own blood. Before Jacob could recover, Tama Tonga and Tanga Loa launched themselves onto him with no hesitation, swarming him like predators. They unleashed a merciless beatdown, stomping him, throwing fists and forearms, and driving him into the mat with ruthless aggression. This was not just an attack. This was an execution. Every blow sent a clear message. Jacob Fatu was no longer part of their vision for the Bloodline. He was in the way, and anyone who stands in Solo Sikoa's way is going to suffer. Jacob tried to fight back with instinct, swinging through the pain like a warrior refusing to die, but the numbers game was too much. The betrayal was too deep. The trap was too well set. The crowd was stunned into silence as Tama Tonga held Jacob in place and Tanga Loa landed one final brutal shot that left him broken on the canvas. Solo walked slowly to his fallen cousin, standing over Jacob's body like a conqueror over a defeated enemy. His face didn't show anger, regret, or even satisfaction, just cold control. He didn't need to say a word. His actions had made everything clear. This is no longer Roman Reigns' bloodline. This is no longer a brotherhood ruled by family loyalty. This is Solo Sikoa's empire now. His bloodline. His rules. No weakness. No forgiveness. No mercy. Solo looked down at Jacob Fatu one last time before raising his hand in the air while Tama Tonga and Tanga Loa stood behind him. This wasn't a celebration. This was a warning. A declaration of war. The WWE cameras zoomed in on Jacob lying motionless on the mat, hurt not just physically but emotionally. Betrayed by people he trusted. Humiliated in front of the world. Discarded like he meant nothing to a family he literally bled for. And in that moment, a dangerous question was born, not just in the minds of fans, but in the heart of Jacob Fatu himself. What happens next? Because betrayal like this does not die quietly. Jacob Fatu is not some rookie who will run, hide, or accept his fate. He is a savage warrior, a destroyer, a man built from chaos and combat. And if Solo Sikoa thinks he erased Jacob Fatu with one Samoan spike and one beatdown, he has made the biggest mistake of his life. Jacob will not stay down. Betrayal only creates monsters, and Solo may have just unleashed the most dangerous one in the Samoan dynasty. And let's talk about the bigger picture. What does this mean for the bloodline moving forward? Solo Sikoa is clearly building his own army. He has already recruited Tama Tonga and Tangaloa. Paul Heyman has been seen reluctantly by his side in past weeks, though his loyalty remains uncertain. Every week, Solo makes a move that puts him closer to declaring himself the true tribal chief. He already forced out Jimmy Uso. He erased any sign of Roman Reigns' leadership. And now, by betraying Jacob Fatu, he has crossed a line so deep that there may be no turning back. He doesn't want to lead a family. He wants to rule an empire by fear. But this new era comes with consequences. If Jacob Fatu rises for revenge, and he will, it raises a massive question. Will he strike alone, fueled by vengeance? Or will he seek to build his own alliance to destroy Solo's bloodline? Could we be heading toward a civil war inside the Samoan legacy, one that might force legends to pick sides? Could Rikishi, the Usos, or even Roman Reigns himself return to confront the monster that Solo has become? Is it possible that this betrayal will awaken the tribal chief and bring him back to reclaim what he built? Because if Roman returns, then things will truly explode. Tonight was not just another segment. It was not just another attack. This was the spark that could ignite the biggest storyline in WWE history. Loyalty has been shattered. Family bonds are burning. And the war for the soul of the bloodline has officially begun. Jacob Fatu is down, but not destroyed. Solo Sikoa has made his move, but will he survive the consequences? What we witnessed tonight was only the beginning. Betrayal opens doors that can never be closed, and the fallout from this is going to change everything. So stay locked into this channel, because we are going to cover every twist, every alliance, every betrayal, and every act of war in this evolving bloodline story. Leave a comment below. Do you think Jacob Fatu will return for revenge? Is Solo Sikoa now the true tribal chief, or has he just signed his own death sentence? And will Roman Reigns return to restore order, or unleash chaos? Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because trust me when I say this, the bloodline story is far from over. In fact, after tonight, it has only just begun. Stay tuned, because the war for power has official.